You are not getting what you want from Happy Horse because you do not know how to correctly write your video prompts. Stay with us while Mila reveals the exact prompt structure she developed through trial and error to produce these high-quality results. I want to trade my bike for a skateboard.
It's a deal.
Hey guys, it's Mila. Today's tutorial is all about the tips and tricks for prompting the new Happy Horse model. Here's the main interface of Pollo.ai. It brings together various models, effects, and music with amazing accessibility. They've really nailed the user experience by keeping everything right where you need it. Today, we're going to create a total masterpiece by combining two amazing tools, GPT Image 2 and Happy Horse 1. Let's see what they can do. Moving on to GPT Image 2, this is where you can tweak the interface to match your vibe. There's a solid range of styles and tools to play with, and you can find all the fine-tuning options tucked right in this section. Let's build our characters with this powerful new model. I'll input the prompt and adjust the settings now. Just a heads up, always name your art style for images and use that same description when you're moving to video. I'm honestly loving how this character turned out. What do you guys think? Now to bring it to life, just head over to the toolbar here. You can pick the mode you need and get started with your video. Time to create a scene. Input the prompt, add your characters, and remember, any key object, like our bicycle here, should be treated as a character if you want it to look the same in every clip. It's coming together nicely. Here, you can tweak your visuals, redo the generation, or swap out the background. Whatever you have in mind, you can do it right here, including hitting that button to transform it into a video. Now let's try image to video. We can use this button right here to set our image as a reference. You've got options for both video reference and frame to video. So after picking the model, writing the prompt, and tweaking the settings, we're ready to go. I'm going to use this specific image with the Happy Horse model and let it work its magic. Looks good, right? But that's too easy for Happy Horse. Let's show you what this model can really do. This time, I'm going with video reference. This way, I can provide multiple image references and write a much more precise prompt. Honestly, the Happy Horse model handles this way better and gives you a much cleaner result. All right, for this one, I'm going to do what works best for most models. I'll upload a character sheet along with a composite frame of the environment and characters. Then, I'll make sure to mention every character in the prompt, tweak the settings, and hit generate. Let's see the magic happen. Okay, it's not bad, but let's be real. It's not perfect yet. Let's swap out the reference images while keeping the prompt exactly the same to see how much the style impacts the final look. Stick around because in the next section, I'm going to explain exactly how you should handle prompts and references in Happy Horse. It's pretty clear that the new video is way stronger than the last one. And by the way, if you want to make any further tweaks, you can always use the options right here on the side to fine-tune your results. Now, let's analyze why the second result outperformed the first, despite using the same prompts. Then, I'll walk you through the essential techniques for writing prompts in Happy Horse. Believe it or not, character sheets can actually hurt your results here. To keep it perfect, just use a clear, front-facing full-body photo. A clean background and crisp lighting are key to getting that flawless generation. When it comes to environment scenes, stick to images of the location only. Avoid placing your main characters inside these shots, as it helps the AI focus better on the setting itself. One more thing about image references, keep in mind that specific objects are treated as characters too. If there's a key item you want to keep consistent, you've got to handle it just like a main character. So this is the general prompt format for Happy Horse. The first unique thing you'll notice is the audio section. It actually includes your dialogues. You place them right at the end, along with the ambient sounds and the main audio track of the video. To get the best out of Happy Horse, use this formula. First, define your subject with clear physical traits. Next, focus on action. Describe actual movements, not emotions. Then, set the environment and time of day. For style, mention your lighting and lens choice. Don't forget camera motion. You need to tell it exactly which way to move. Finally, wrap it up with audio, including ambient sounds and any specific dialogues. Here's a secret for you. Happy Horse doesn't really understand abstract emotions. If you use words like sad or regretful, you won't get the best results. The trick is to translate feelings into physical actions. You need to describe what the emotion actually looks like. Let's look at some examples. Don't say, he feels conflicted. Say, he slowly turns to the camera and narrows his eyes. Don't say, a lonely man full of regret. Say, a man staring at an empty glass with slumped shoulders. Don't say, a girl feeling lost. Say, close-up of a woman with a neutral face and a very slow blink. The key takeaway: always treat emotions as micro-movements and body language. Keep it visual, and your videos will look much more professional. I know you're tired. Honestly, I'm exhausted too. But hey, look on the bright side. You've learned so many amazing tips today. The ultimate Happy Horse checklist. 1. Reference rules. First, keep your references clean. One subject per photo and use precise tags. And remember, since the AI can see your image, don't waste words describing the look. Focus entirely on the action. 2. The prompt formula. Always follow the 6-part formula: subject, action, environment, style, camera, and audio. For simple shots, keep it under 20 words. If you want cuts, just use timestamps to tell the AI when to switch shots. 3. Directing the scene. Don't leave the camera to chance. Use specific terms like slow push-in and put them at the very end of your prompt. Also, mention your style anchor, like cinematic realism, to keep the whole video looking consistent. 4. Pro audio and dialogue. For sound, add an audio tag at the end. If your character talks, put the dialogue in quotes. This is the secret to getting that perfect high-accuracy lip sync. 5. Things to avoid. Finally, cut the slop words like beautiful or epic. Describe the lighting instead. And never use abstract emotions like sad. Always translate them into physical movements, like a slow blink or a head tilt. Well, we finally made it to the end. That was a lot of information, wasn't it? I really hope you found it helpful. And don't worry at all. I'll put all the notes in the description for you. All right, great job, everyone. I love you all. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.